Hello, I'm David Rockefeller, and I'd like to welcome you to this unique place and to a chance to see New York City from a very special vantage point. My father, Johnny Rockefeller Jr., took a huge risk in building Rockefeller Center. Not long after we returned from the trip to Egypt, when I was just a teenager, the stock market fell, unleashing a Great Depression. My father never intended to build Rockefeller Center all by himself, but it became his crowning legacy and an enduring symbol of hope and optimism, of which all of his descendants are very proud.
The development of the design of Rockefeller Center emerges from the hundreds of thousands of documents in the Rockefeller family archives. Johnny Rockefeller Jr. committed himself to working with the Metropolitan Opera Company to create a new home, so he leased a large tract of land. The plans were being made for building the Metropolitan Opera home when the Depression occurred and the Metropolitan Opera backed out of the arrangement. And that set the stage for deciding what to do with all this land that had been leased in Manhattan.
With the help of his advisors, he felt that if he could do something here, he should think big and do something that would have an important impact on the city as a whole.
People were building buildings, but the idea of remaking a large portion of the city into a center that would include multi-functions was unusual for the time. Johnny Rockefeller was clearly a hands-on manager. He kept that folding rule in his hip pocket. He pored over the plans all the time. His wife, Abby Aldrich Rockefeller, influenced him to think about art as part of a modern building structure. As you enter the buildings today, you still see those expressions of the growth, energy, progress that Johnny Rockefeller Jr. felt very strongly was the theme not only of Rockefeller Center, but of the nation.
It was a fortuitous thing that Father was in touch with someone like David Sarnoff, who was a pioneer in new technologies in television and in radio, to identify these new industries with the center.
Lawrence Rockefeller became a partner with Eddie Rickenbacker, who was a World War I hero who became the head of Eastern Airlines. Rockefeller Center was conceived of as a place where people could come and make international connections. In the period of the Depression, many people were working part-time or were supporting numerous family members who couldn't get work, and Rockefeller Center was an extremely important venue in the city.
Mr. Rockefeller, in this bitter workday world, especially now, it actually stands out as a beacon of light to those who earn their living by the sweat of their brow.
For most members of my family, Rockefeller Center has become almost a second home. In my case, it's been my office for nearly 60 years.
That's over my job. 直接過去表起來。OK 啊。
It can reach 100 feet. It reaches millions of people each year. With 30,000 lights and one colossal star, its arrival kicks off the holiday season. The Rockefeller Center Christmas Tree. The first tree was raised by Depression-era construction workers near what would become Rockefeller Plaza. The humble 20-foot tree, decorated with homemade garlands of discarded job site tinfoil, was a welcome symbol of holiday cheer. Since that first tree of 1931, there have been many stunning Rockefeller Center Christmas trees, each capturing the attention and emotions of millions. Tishman Speyer, as co-owner of Rockefeller Center, makes it its mission to honor and enhance this special tradition. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony, considered by many to be the official beginning of the holiday season, began in 1933 when a 50-foot tree bearing 700 lights was lit in front of a small crowd on the plaza. The tree lighting became a national event in 1951 when it was televised coast to coast for the first time. The annual Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony is now a star-studded broadcast extravaganza, reaching millions of people worldwide. Through the years, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree has grown and changed with its city. During World War II, the trees were unlit. Post-war trees used new, colorful lighting techniques. In the 1950s, the world-famous Clairvaux angels were introduced. Candy canes and giant troubadours soon followed. The tree became a national icon in the 50s, stood through the difficult 70s, and shone on through the prosperous 80s. In 2001, the tree proudly wore red, white, and blue. In 2007, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree became truly green. Its old-fashioned lights replaced with 30,000 energy-efficient LEDs, powered in part by solar panels. And at the end of each season, the trees now live on, as their wood chips add to city gardens, and their recycled milled wood becomes homes through the work of Habitat for Humanity. Only an exceptional evergreen can be the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. The typical Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is a spruce from New York, New Jersey, or New England. Usually, Rockefeller Center's chief gardener locates the tree by helicopter and surprises the tree owners with a knock on their door and a plea. But sometimes, a tree finds him. Each tree comes to Rockefeller Center with a story all its own. The 1959 tree was donated by the real-life Massachusetts town of Podunk, earning itself some lasting renown. In 1966, the first and to date only tree from outside of the U.S. was given to us by our Canadian neighbors. After a proper send-off in its hometown, the tree is transported to New York City. Once there, the installation of the tree in its spot on the plaza and its decoration are awe-inspiring sights. In the heart of the city, the soul of the season, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree arrives yearly to spread joy, renew hope, and foster goodwill. Times and styles may change, but the tree remains. And each holiday season, the pilgrimage is made. We're going to see the tree is a Christmas time rallying cry, not just for New Yorkers, but for millions of visitors from all over the globe.
Brian Williams, and welcome to Rockefeller Center, the home of NBC Universal. First envisioned by John D. Rockefeller Jr., designed by a team of renowned architects led by Raymond Hood, Rockefeller Center rose from the depths of the Great Depression to symbolize our ability to persevere and overcome even the toughest of circumstances. Thousands of laborers and tradesmen, architects, engineers, artisans, sculptors worked tirelessly from 1930 to 1939 to create this incredible oasis of architecture, public art, and entertainment. The Rockefeller Center was also meant to be a thriving commercial hub, and it wasn't long before it took on a new name, Radio City.
Tonight is the most important event in radio broadcasting. The opening of the studios at Radio City in Rockefeller Center.
The National Broadcasting Company moved here back in 1933, and 30 Rockefeller Plaza has been our home ever since. From radio's golden age to the dawn of television, in moments of despair and moments of triumph, our broadcasts have been a window on the world for millions of Americans. And in 1952, we opened a window on Rockefeller Plaza itself as Dave Garroway introduced another NBC first, The Today Show.
Well, here we are. Good morning.
Generations of Americans have welcomed the Today family into their homes every morning. And today, Matt, Savannah, Al, and Natalie continue this great American tradition. You never know what's going to happen outside Studio 1A here at Rockefeller Plaza. The excitement doesn't end when the Today Show signs off. Above the famed Rockefeller Plaza ice skating rink is another great American tradition, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It's a pride and joy of the owner of Rockefeller Center, Tishman Speyer. Construction workers put up the first tree in 1931, and now its arrival delights millions every year. The NBC broadcast of the tree lighting ceremony kicks off the holiday season and is a must-see event for people of all ages. I've been fortunate enough to inherit the NBC Nightly News anchor chair from a long line of legendary NBC News journalists who have all broadcast nightly news from this building.
Good night, David.
All right, David.
I'll see you all the way.
30 Rock is also home to MSNBC, Dateline, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, and NBC Sports. And let's not forget my single favorite room in this building, Studio 8H, the home of Saturday Night Live. Studio 8H was created as a concert hall for Arturo Toscanini's NBC Symphony Orchestra. It's played host to classic TV shows like Kraft Television Theater, Your Hit Parade, What's My Line, The Match Game, and Jeopardy! Until the Not Ready for Primetime Players took over in 1975. Some of the greatest stars on earth have stopped by to be guest hosts, though many of us believe that one of them stands out among the rest.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Rockefeller Center is so much more than just stone and steel. With its art and architecture, its history, and its people, it truly is a hub of commerce and culture and community. We here at NBC Universal feel lucky to come here to work every day. We're also proud to be a part of this historic landmark.